News Interactive is brought to you by
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Joy News Interactive is brought to you by
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Time now to do the interaction, and Lord Asare is here. Lord,
Indeed,
what's up?
I'm back. And everybody, welcome to your most interactive segment on Joy News Prime. We will be taking your comments on the trending issues of the day. Keep sending them on our social media platforms. We are on Facebook at Joy News on TV, and it's still the same name on Twitter. You can also reach us via WhatsApp on 0560 800,000. Please don't call. And don't forget to add your name and location. The segment is brought to you by Airtel, the smartphone network, which offers you more talk, longer text, and more internet browsing. All you have to do is dial *202# to enjoy these benefits and more. Okay, so just last week, I found out to my utter dismay that begging is against the laws of the land. What? Did you know that? Well, anyway, I guess there are many of you like me. Research shows that lack of access to legal materials and reports is to blame for the many human rights abuses in Ghana. Though Parliament has passed several laws to govern all aspects of the society, studies show that a large number of the Ghanaian society is unable to access details of these laws. So would you go online to read just to know about the laws of Ghana, or you are more, say, concerned about other things you've been asking?
Yes, I will, but I might not understand what the law is all about. To know my rights and the rules govern the nation as well. Yeah.
I would like to do, because as for me, I am not a citizen of this country, I'm a foreigner, so I don't know much about the constitution of the country. So if the government is to afford to watch me with some of the constitution of the country, I'll be able to go by it and then about by the rules and the regulation. Yeah.
To read the laws, I don't have that time. That is just it. I don't know. I don't have that time. Like, I'm not this reading information about this thing. I only read information when it's important. Yeah.
But, I mean, these are the laws of the country. If, let's say, Parliament has passed a fresh law, if you go on the internet, you find it. Why would you not read it?
Like, if I should see it, I'll read it. But I can't just go to the internet and say I want to read the law of the country.
Actually, I don't go because I don't have time. Sometimes by the time I'll close from work, I'm tired, so I don't have chance getting to internet and all those things.
It will be appropriate for us to read it on the internet. Then as basically, if you read the laws of your country on internet and have informed decision, and that will make you to take informed decision, to know what goes on.
Right, so Aisha, what do you make of the initiative? Would you go online to go read the laws when Parliament passes any law?
It's not a bad idea, because how many people have the Constitution of Ghana? You may not have a hard copy.
Indeed,
so
yes.
And some people may decide that, look, I have a lot of things to do with my money, so I won't buy a Constitution. So if it's online, go get it free.
And especially in our age, lots of people are using their tablets, their phones. They're taking all the news items.
It's more easier. You get it,
yeah,
rather than carrying a whole book with you and all of that.
Go to the App Store.
Yeah. So let's see the messages coming on Facebook. And Kojo Suarez says, it's a good idea in my opinion, but my problem is how many Ghanaians will embrace it? How many Ghanaians will go online to read legal issues or information? I don't think the local Ghanaian is interested in this. The economy hard, Obiara is rough. And Francis Anochi says, I would like to know the laws, but knowing it isn't enough. We need active institutions to protect us when these same laws are broken against us. Who doesn't know that it is a common law in Ghana not to bribe policemen or bypass them without dropping your 1 cedi note or 2 in their palms? Don't just give us the laws, make us abide by them. That's all we need. Nantoma Badumsugri says, reading law in Ghana is the last thing I will ever, because Ghana is the only country in which laws are made but cannot be enforced. And Kwabne Enoch says, our problem is not knowing the law, so it's enforcing the laws. Enforcement is what is killing African countries, especially Ghana. And Hamidu Karim says, why not, bro? I want to know the country in which I live better. So it means that he will go online to read.
Yeah, she definitely will.
Some of the... Humphrey Yesuvi says, yes, I need to know my rights and laws. And Kwame Shan says...
Wait, hold on, I like this comment by
I think
Noah.
God knows Billy says, reading law online won't make anyone a lawyer.
Indeed.
And will not bring any positive impact. But you need to be a lawyer to be able to know, the laws in your country.
Education is very good, so you should go online to read it. Yes.
When your news says, yes, that will be very great and helpful. My only worry is how this would affect markets for lawyers. People might not even consult lawyers anymore. Really? You think so? You still need them to defend you in court.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fact that you know doesn't mean that you shouldn't get a lawyer when you're in trouble.
You need them.
You need it. But on WhatsApp, this is from Dauda Adam from Tamale. Says it should be online for public accessibility. Indeed, that's why they put it online. And here's another which says, putting a law out there is better than not putting it at all. At least the interested few will benefit. I'm sure they will. And this is Titus in Kintampo. Laws are not enforced in Ghana. Well, you still have to know them anyways, just in case you flout them. Shefman Osei Atotunsu says, I have the Constitution on my phone, but hardly do I open the app. Master, it's not even on my mind under this hardship. Okay. And here's another. He says, having the laws of the nation online will be very helpful. And this is from Sami from Brooklyn. One more. The language of some of the laws doesn't make it easy for we, the ordinary people, but don't understand it. That's why we find it difficult to read them. And this is Freeman from Agogo. Okay, Freeman. And here's from Mark who says, why waste my data on this when the police who enforce killing is a crime do kill? But they do that by mistake sometimes. It's not every time that they go shooting people to death. Well, here's another. Okay, I've read this. It says it should be online for public accessibility. Okay. Right, so moving on. There's a, today there's lots of story about water shortages, right? Indeed, water is life, and it is critical and central to everything we do. But some people are not so fortunate across the country as they come through town in search of water. At least it is confirmed that most areas in eastern, Greater Accra, and Volta regions do not have water. What is the situation in your area? Some of you have been sharing your stories on Facebook.
Well, I have quite a number of messages coming up, and I'm unsure which one. But let's see what's on WhatsApp first, whilst I try to sieve through
before I take
stories.
WhatsApp, a lot of the stories that went on today, we went to in someone earlier about the story, and I feel that it's a very, very critical issue because water, we need water to drink, we need water to cook.
Water is life.
Several things. And so it's very disheartening when the Ghana Water Company says that there's water and yes, we don't have any water in quite a number of places.
It's interesting, and if you look at the messages coming on Facebook, KDM Bright says, a country close to the sea with many international rivers and common water is a problem here. I remember in those days, my JSS book mentioned so many rivers in Ghana where but politicians said they are not clean, so they will give us pipe, so we should destroy them. Interesting. And Mohammed Damongo says, we are very fortunate that in Ghana we have a listening president who is one way or the other prepared to listen to the outcry of his people and find solutions to those challenges. As a matter of fact, all these challenges started not today, but the John Mahama-led administration has come to improve on the infrastructure development, of which Ghanaians need to applaud him. Well, Prince Nuruddin Baumia says, very serious canker, especially residents around Nsawam. Our leaders must be up and doing in order to save lives in the country. Nantoma Mohammed Badum Sugri says the president is busy playing propaganda of building hospitals, roads, and flyovers. The question is, the clinics and hospitals the president claims he is building, who will occupy those facilities when employment is frozen? This is just another platform to create loot and share. Ghanaians need change Mahama to transform Ghana now. That's from Badum Sugri Mohammed. Nana Nyamecha Jackson says, especially residents in Kaswa to Fanko, what a dear we they suffer pa.
And here is Dauda Adam from Tamale. He says that with the water issues, it's not only Accra or Tamale too has the same. Yes, indeed. Well, it's the only comment I have for now. And so I'd like to take a short break. Please stay. Welcome back. This is still the Journey's interactive segment on Journey's Prime. Please continue to send your comments on our WhatsApp and Facebook platforms. Now, hundreds of letters and photographs that tell the story of Pope John Paul II's close relationship with a married woman, which lasted more than 30 years, have been shown to the BBC. There's no suggestion the Pope broke his vow of celibacy, but I'd like to take the story, just the excerpts of the report by BBC. And, well, it's been put up here. It says Pope John Paul lets us reveal intense friendship with woman. Okay, so let me start from here. It says the friendship began in 1973 when Miss Temleka contacted the future Pope, Cardinal Karol Wojtyla, then Archbishop of Krakow, about a book on philosophy that he had written. The then 50-year-old traveled from the US to Poland to discuss the work. Shortly afterwards, the pair began to correspond. At first, the cardinal's letters were formal, but as their friendship grew, they became more intimate. Let me just end it here. So that's the story of the Pope. It started when he was a cardinal and then eventually became the Pope. But then the friendship was still, going on. And we got to the streets to ask you, in light of the background of this, we've been asking, do you think that popes essentially should be allowed to have, kind of, how should I put it, Aisha?
Such kind of friends?
Yes, intimate friendships. Let's see what you've been saying.
It's good to have intimate friends, not necessarily to have an affair or whatever it is. It's a human being, so you can have intimate friends. So I don't see anything wrong with it.
So you think they can be allowed to have intimate friends and they won't cross the line?
Yes, because the whole thing is the mind, it's a set of mind. So yeah, you can have even a female intimate friend, you may decide not to sleep with her. Do you understand? Yes, so there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. That is my point of view. Okay. Yes, that's my point of view. I have a lot of intimate friends, ladies friends. Do you understand? But I don't sleep with them. That does not say, it does not affect any or does not go against any Christian doctrine or religion. Yeah.
No. What good example is he laying down? He has to lay good example for other people to follow. So I don't think he should have intimate friends. So it all depends on the kind of intimate friends in quote, like what intimate friends?
No. Because day in, day out, human being changes. Yeah, so Satan is working. So for that one.
They are already doing it. Even in Ghana, right here. Yes. St. Kizito, then the person was sent to Matthias of Uganda. I fixed his gadget for him at the time. And I was a young man then, but I realized certain things. But who am I? So it is not a news for me if I hear you saying that a letter churning out now claim the Pope was having an intimate friend with somebody. They are always doing it. They enjoy intimacy, just like all of us do. But just that there is a hammer on them that don't let the public know.
Well, Aisha, so essentially what we asked was that should posts be allowed to have intimate friends, trusting that they will not cross the line?
So
And
what are we talking about if we talk about an intimate friend?
if someone is intimate, let's see, you share very personal details with a person, but we have levels of intimacy. But in this case, I do not want to comment, Aisha.
Levels of intimacy. If I go into the dictionary, I can have levels of intimacy.
I believe so.
Or it's just intimate friend, and that's it. Intimate friend, and you do whatever intimacy is all about.
Aisha, I don't like where I go in this thing. Friendship.
Intense friendship.
Thank you.
Intense means deep, very deep, intense.
Deep.
Right?
Aisha, don't use deep here, please. Facebook.
Okay, please, Facebook. What is Facebook saying? Kwame Adetinkra says, the words of God are true and amen. No man can invent and establish his to outwit that of the Supremo. He was a human being, so be it.
He was a human being.
And AC Home says, they are humans and they have feelings too. I think the Catholic Church should abolish this whole thing of celibacy among the religious leaders. Abdul Razak says, if they are not allowed to have intimate relationship, then are they allowed to give counseling, or who should bond for them to rule? And Menkat Charles says, remember that the Pope has feelings, therefore breaking the celibacy vow is not news. And Fatai Salu says, Pope John Paul II, as we can see, believed in Valentine. And Nkebe Yune says, they have sworn the oath of celibacy, so we leave them to do according to the oath for God to judge them. We have no right to judge them.
Before you continue, let me state that the report stated that there was no suggestion whatsoever that the Pope broke his vow of celibacy.
Okay.
So then,
sure.
It could be that nothing
So
really
then it means that we should understand what we're talking about. Francis Anochi says, this is a judgment beyond human jurisdiction. We can control the celibates, Pope and religious actions and ways of life by helping them build a life of hypocrisy. Well, I don't know what you're trying to say. Looks to me like a very long message.
Yeah,
and who know like sugar, they also get feelings. Well,
really?
Like you said, they didn't state that they did anything extraordinary. Wow.
And this is from Idris from Tamale. It says, is it a taboo? And this is also from, Don Challenger, sir. Oh yeah, he should get a friend because he be someone, Abi.
He to be human being.
Yeah. And this is the last one I'm taking, is from Titus. He says, he's also human, no one is perfect. And is the woman not God's creature too? There is nothing wrong. Okay, well, this is where I'll draw the curtains. My name is Lord Edu Asare, and this has been the Journeys Interactive on Journeys Prime. Aisha?
You better draw the curtains because you are going too much. Okay, so we'll be back.
Joy News Interactive.